I come to y'all with a really, really disgusting story today. I don't like people who take advantage and exploit children, but also very underrated topic that never gets told or enough awareness on is the elderly. People exploit the elderly are the bottom of the earth. I don't remember who remembers this video, but I wish every grandma and every exploited elderly out there had this God blessed man with them at all times of the day to keep the exploiters away from him. God bless this man. Let's get into the story.
That's it! Oh! Oh, what the fuck?
What's up, everybody? White Boy Radio back with another one. On today's video, the intro there is a very old video. That's not what we're going to be talking about. That is I want to be clear, though, and pay homage to that man. That man was 67 at the time of that video, and he was on a bus in Chicago. It's a viral video years back. If you're not on that story, real quick, that old man beat the crap out of this guy on the bus that was bothering him. Matter of fact, the young dude was the young guy had to be 30 years younger than that gentleman, and actually took a swing at him first. And he was in the military, I believe he was a Marine, an ex-Marine, and he beat the dog crap out of the dude for putting his hands on him. I wish he was to be a guardian for all elderly, because it's sad. Now, so please check it out if you haven't seen it. Just type in your YouTube, old man beats up guy on bus. It'll come right up if you have not seen that. But this other piece of crap is a woman in this story, okay, and from my home state of Florida. This title got me, and I wanted to bring it to everybody. It came out of Florida. Florida woman accused of defrauding a 99-year-old out of nearly $600,000. Okay, and it's just disgusting. And every level, you just don't do that. 99 years old. Everybody, take a second to think about that. Okay, if you're blessed to still have your grandma in your life, if you do have your grandma in your life, she's probably not 99. She's probably a bit younger than that. 99 is very fragile. It's very elderly. Who does this? You know who does this? Sheena Russell. She used the money to help pay off her mortgage, buy a vehicle, and wait for it, fund a vacation trips, multiple vacation trips. When I think of this woman, I just
That's it! Oh! Oh, what the fuck?
Sheena Marie Russell, 45, of Navarre, was arrested on July 6th and faces multiple charges, including elderly exploitation. When I first saw this article, I didn't even know that that was a charge. A lot of the time on this channel, I don't mind poking fun at exploiters, taking up for bullies, or excuse me, speaking against bullies, taking up for people who have been bullied. But in doing so, it's been some time that I've spent on this. Whether it is taking up for people who are getting bullied, and they're getting exploited in a way, or people that are involved in these missing kids cases and making financial gain off it, exploiting little kids is very disturbing and disgusting at the same time. But it's that word exploiter, exploiting. It wasn't too many videos ago that I did a video on the sexual deviant in the Summer Wells case, and one of his charge was exploiting a minor. Okay, but I remember covering that story. It's very rare that I hear the literal word exploiting in a criminal charge. Okay, it's just very rare. Now, in that case, in that video, um, that was his actual charge. Okay, so in his case, it was towards a minor. Now, in this one, we're looking at, this is the elderly. Okay, now I have heard of sick things like battery on someone 65 or older. Okay, now I can't speak for all states, but in Florida, if you hit somebody 65 or older, it is an automatic felony. Okay, so you see a lot of things. I hate to use Walmart for an example, but you see a lot of crazy things in Walmart. Okay, well, I'm sure everyone has. If it's two young people and one person ends up, an example, I don't know, she took the last bag of cat food and then, or toilet paper with the whole Rona situation when people were acting crazy. If she were to put her hand on, it would be a simple battery. Okay, in Florida, over 65, it's instant felony, and it should be. But my point is, you never hear about these charges with the word exploitation in it. At least I haven't. Leave it in the comments if you have. But Sheena Marie Russell, you are a special type of scumbag. I really hope this lady gets jail justice done to her. I can reflect back on Pops on that bus, but the fact of the matter is, will she go to prison? Will she go to prison? Will she go to prison? Will she even serve any jail time? This is sick because if you think about it, they don't go too much into detail on her background. But if she was to get probation, she owes that person who's 99 years old restitution, and restitution is basically money that you owe back up to a victim. It could be the victim. It could be anything in the case, but you owe. People pay. If you're on probation or parole, you have restitution. You have that. Your debt to society is not yet paid. You have to pay your monthly fees to the state of Florida, for example. Okay, but in this instance, the person's 99 years old. How is she supposed to pay that restitution back? $600,000. How many years would it take her to pay it off? Which is exactly the irony in this, because I hate to say it, but the victim in the case, she'll be long gone before it's back. How's that fair? How's that justice? How does that even go? If someone's owed restitution and the victim dies, does it roll over to the family? It should. Leave that in the comments. But this is sick. It really is sick on every level. It does say that Russell knew the victim and had served as her waitress at Fort Walton Beach restaurant. So she had known her, and the occurrences were just under a year, from March of 2020 to 2021. The investigator Mike Kruger reported at least 20 wire transfers from the victim to Russell. Russell was booked in the Okaloosa County Jail and later released, posting $60,000 bond. Another problem with this is, where do you think that bond money came from? It just amazes me. The woman is accused of defrauding a 90-year-old woman in nearly $600,000. Obviously, she took grandma's money, and it's just sad, man. It's very sad. Doing these videos for everybody on YouTube, I try to bring you a lot of Florida stuff, yes, but I try to bring you the most kind of out there and bizarre stuff. And as a community, whether it's in the comments or whatever after it's uploaded, it makes me wonder, what else could we do? Because some of them do get me worked up. I'm not going to lie to you. And I'm sure they do to you too. I don't even know if you guys have even seen this if you're from a different state in Florida. Probably not. It's not in your news circle. But it's just disgusting what we see and what we always talk about. It just it makes me think, like, what else could be done as a community? Like, what comes to mind?
That's it! Oh! Oh, what the fuck?
Hey, I'm sorry. It's the elderly. You don't mess with the elderly. You don't mess with children. You know, they say karma is a bitch. One thing about karma, she's patient. And she always strikes. She always comes around. But karma, when it comes to children and the elderly, when she comes around hard and strong. And she can come in the form of anything. Hurricane, tornado, a 67 year old ex-marine who beat the crap out of
Stop it!